Okay, so my name is Margaret. I work at Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I'm a mother of 4. Okay, so we got married. During the honeymoon stage, I was actually in my menses, and that was the end of me ever seeing the menses again. We came back from honeymoon, and I didn't see my menses again. Then my husband said, "I think you are pregnant." I said, "This is not true. I can't be pregnant." So he actually bought a strip. When he brought the strip, I just put it somewhere because I know very well I am not pregnant. And so he actually called, "Have you done the test?" I said, "No, because I'm not pregnant." And well, I said, "Okay, let me just give it a try." So I did the test. I didn't even look at it. I just put it somewhere. Then later in the evening, I just said, "Let me look at what I did." And I looked at it, and it was 2 lines. I was pregnant. And this was it was a big blow to me. How can I get pregnant? I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know whether because I thought I can't get pregnant. I don't know why I thought that way. But I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was actually pregnant, and I was depressed. Something that is supposed to bring you joy. I was depressed. So for the period of my first child, it wasn't exciting, like to have being pregnant for the very first time. I was not excited about it. I was depressed. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to really talk about it. So I even told my mom after 6 months that I was pregnant. So baby number 1, I had an exam to write, and anytime I felt the contractions, I don't know, psychology has a way to delay the progress of the labor. So because of the exam, my mind was on the exam. So anytime I feel the contraction, I feel like go to the hospital. I don't go. So my husband said, "Okay, let's go to the hospital." I didn't go. So my doctor asked me to come for stripping of membranes. And when I went, he says, "You are 2 cm dilated." And I'm like, 2 cm that I'm not ready to, I have exams. So he said, "Go and come back." So let's say in 24 hours, you should be dilated and come for labor, or we should augment the labor for you. I said, "No, I'm not ready." So I went. You won't believe that I stayed for 2 weeks. 2 cm dilated, I stayed for 2 weeks before finally coming in active stage. That I knew I couldn't do anything about it. So I was just psychologically blocking I'm not ready. I said, "I'm not ready." I was supposed to deliver on the 25th of May. I delivered on the 2nd of June. I don't know what psychology did. It's not like I wasn't feeling the pain. I was, but I was just going throughout my normal activity. My lecturer was like, "This girl, you are wicked. You are supposed to go and deliver. I can see you are in pain, but just because of the exams." My whole mind was, I have exams to write, so I don't have to, I don't want them to arrange something special for me because of, so I was so bent on writing the exams, and that was it. I had to delay it. So, I would have the contraction, it comes, then it goes, because like I said, my mind, I don't know, my mind was like, I am not ready for this, but the moment I wrote the exams, then the active labor started. That's one. On the eve of delivery, I had eaten some omutu. I am not the type who eat, but that day, oh my, I ate 2 balls of omutu, and I was so surprised at myself. And then the labor started. This one, I couldn't do anything. I just told my husband, "Please, this one, let's go." I didn't see any show or membranes rupturing. I just went, and I was 6 cm dilated. Within 1 hour, 30 minutes, I had delivered. It was that fast. Yes. Number two, So when I was having the birthday for number one, then I realized I felt very funny the day we're having the birthday. So it was June, of course, this one was born in June. So I did a test and I was positive. I was pregnant again for the second time. Within a space of like less than 2 years, I'm pregnant again. And so during the delivery, I had told my mom I was, in labor. But I don't know why they don't believe me when I tell them I'm in labor. Because I'll be smiling. And I remember when we went to the delivery, went to the ward, the emergency. The midwife saw my husband. I was like, no, your wife is in labor. This woman is not in labor. This is not how a woman in labor is. I said, I'm in labor. But because I was smiling, they didn't believe I was in labor. So she says, okay, lie down, let's examine you. They did a vaginal examination and I was 5 cm. So they quickly had to do their processes and rush me to the labor ward. So we got there and in less than 2 hours, I had delivered as well. Yes. The third one, I had done, so I had an IUD. I went to remove the IUD. Just 1 week, then I realized I was pregnant. I had IUD for 4 years, so that was the space in between the second and the third. I just decided to remove the IUD. I had my menses just prior to that. After that, I got it removed. And that was the end. Baby number 3. Baby number 4, I still have IUD in situ. I am breastfeeding baby number 3. He was 9 months. Then I realized that the breast milk production had actually, dwindled. I didn't understand. Then my hair started falling off, my frontal part. And so I didn't know what was happening to me. Then I went to the salon and I met this, elderly woman. And she goes like, Michelle, I said, oh, mommy, how can I be pregnant? Like my guard, those kind of things. I've found myself, so I know this is not possible. Then I think I dropped the kids at school. When I was coming, I decided to pass by the pharmacy to buy the cassette for the test. I did the test, decided to put it, I didn't even look at it. And I was going to the washroom. I just said, let me peep and see. I peeped and it was positive. Then I started crying. I started crying. I was so sad. I'm like, what is this? What are people going to say? So for me, all that I was thinking about is, the baby is 9 months. And it's like people had actually prophesied into my life. That's you'll be pregnant. You get pregnant. So, the math of people, it wasn't easy for me. I was pregnant for the 4th time. It was very sad. It was a sad moment for me. Something that is supposed to bring joy. It wasn't. It wasn't for me. I was sad. It really, really affected me. I had to dissociate myself from people. What actually helped me was the COVID. When the COVID came, my units, issued a communique that pregnant women, nursing mothers should stay at home. So I was able to hide in my little corner. And so it was not to the glare of the public because I wasn't going to church, I wasn't going to work and other activities that would let people see me. So I was okay, at least just because I was home. I became a solo artist. I was just drawn to myself. I was depressed at that moment. If you really know me, you know this girl was going through depression. I didn't want to go, I didn't feel like going anywhere. I just wanted to be at home. Nothing, I wasn't thinking about anybody other than myself. I was so selfish at that point. And it's really affected the other kids at home during that moment. But it was a sad moment. For them, they were happy, but I wasn't happy. Well, I just had my husband help me through the process. He said, whatever it is, you are pregnant. You can't do anything about it. And so let's assume that this is the last one. And so that's, okay, last one. Okay, fine. I hope it doesn't come back again. So he constantly encouraged me because you know what? Somebody is looking for it. They are not getting it. God has blessed you with it. You didn't do anything. You didn't pay for it. It was just given to you as a gift. So just take it, appreciate it. Then I realized how ungrateful I have been. I just realized I have been ungrateful to God, and so I asked for forgiveness. Then I started enjoying it. Yeah. I could cry on the baby. I was crying. The baby really suffered. I have boys. I have 3 boys and a girl. But my own is not like, okay, I have a boy, so I'm looking for a girl. No. My first daughter, so my first is a girl, and I had the 3 boys. So it's not like I'm looking for, no, I have never looked for any sex. I'm just getting pregnant without no. I'm just getting pregnant. So I'm just, even this one, I'm so scared that, oh God, oh please don't let me get pregnant again. For it's okay. So that's what I'm praying. Having 4 children, sibling rivalry. This person thinks that, and they are all toddlers. So my first girl is almost 8 years, second 6. Then I have a 2-year-old baby and 9 months. So so like the first and second really vibe well, and the third and fourth, that kind of, yes. It's quite interesting watching them. They do a lot of things together. When you say something to this person, you need to say it to the other person. So like, you mommy, you are only saying Audrey is beautiful. You didn't tell me. I said, okay, Audrey is beautiful. Austin is handsome. That kind of just to, and they feel that the first boy, the boys, they feel that because she is the girl, I have a preference for her. But no, I treat them all equally. But they fight too much. And they make the whole room, oh my, they have to make the whole room, you have to be sweeping like every 30 minutes. And breaking of things. It's not easy handling these boys and this girl. It's not easy. It's an expensive venture. Nobody asks to have, children, within that space of time. But once you are blessed with it, you can't do anything about it. People have abstained for years, but they are still not getting pregnant. So that's what I tell myself. Somebody hasn't done family planning, but they are not getting pregnant. It's not coming. So I wish I had some power to control the number of. I had done family planning, all 3. I did family planning after I deliver, but just 6 weeks after delivery, I just go and have IUD inserted for me. But it just happened, even in the midst of the IUD, I still got pregnant. I know this is going to scare a lot of women because they have so much hope in the IUD. But maybe my story is different, my destiny is different. We are all not the same. God has a purpose for each and every one of us. So once it has failed me, it doesn't mean it will fail you, because people have used it for 10 years and they haven't had any casualty. But I have been a casualty of IUD, and I still went for IUD anyway. Even after, it failed, I still went for IUD, hoping and trusting God that this one, Heavenly Father, you lock it for me. Do a spiritual BTL for me. So that's what I'm praying. It doesn't happen for the 5th time. If it happens for the 5th time, this one, I don't know. I don't know. So when I discovered I was pregnant with the 4th baby, I just took I was so much filled with rage. I took my family planning booklet. I walked straight to the reproductive health unit and I said, you people, see what you have caused. You didn't fix it well. I was in denial. I wanted to blame them for not doing it right. I wanted to blame them. And the doctor said, young lady, just lie down, let's take a scan. He took the scan and he says, look at the IUD. The IUD is perfectly placed there. And the baby too is there. So what do? Should we take it off? What? I said, okay, just remove the IUD. And that was it. We've heard stories of children being born and they come out with the IUD. Some people say if you don't remove it, it's competing space with the baby. So it can cause some complications for you. But I know others too who kept it. Once they delivered, the baby came holding the IUD. But I haven't, I mean, stories like that exist. But he just, one midwife told me I shouldn't remove it. Then the doctor said, I have the choice of removing it. But he would wish that I remove it, I take it off so it doesn't come with any complication. So I had to go and lie down for them to insert something and remove it. Yeah, it was a sad moment for me. Yes, so I don't remember any of the children that I had that was joyful for me. But when they come there, it's joyful. But the process, oh my. When somebody sees me and they are always looking nice, they are glowing. They don't know what I go through. They don't know it hasn't been easy. So the happy moment, I see my kids. They have so much hair. They have so much hair, and I look at them and I see some features of, you know, me or my husband in them. I see how little they are, so fragile, and you cuddle them, the sounds they make, everything about them. I can't stop kissing like their cheeks. Like, you bond so well with them. So this was within you, like you actually gave birth to this one, and it's unbelievable. The feeling is heavenly. I have never gotten used to them. So my first, you know, she was my first, and the first one, I didn't even tell, I had an episiotomy. They actually had to cut and open, you know, for them to have easy access for the baby to come. So I really had a terrible time recovering from the birthing process. But they're all different. The feeling is different because they all come at different circumstances. They all didn't come within, you know, the same situation. So the feeling is different, and just having them, it does something to you. Yeah. So one, it's difficult, like you have seen. It's so difficult trying to financially, emotionally, it's energy draining. Physically, everything goes into it. Spiritually, you need to, you're asking yourself so many questions. Are they really coming out well? Is it really what you want? Is there anything you are not doing well? Are you being a lousy parent? So sometimes I close from work, I'm supposed to go and sleep, like I'm tired. But I go in and my conscience is like, hey, young lady, you are being a lousy parent. Just get up and attend to them. I go out, now I don't think about myself, everything is about them. Whatever decision I'm taking is for the betterment of them. Now you need to look at how to enroll them, not just into the normal mainstream academic work they are doing. They also need extracurricular activities to keep them abreast with the current, you know, trends in the society. You look at other kids, and based on the yardstick you are measuring, you know, your kids with, you ask yourself, are they really getting there? What investment are you making? Not necessarily taking them to school, but spiritually, how are you bringing them up? Do they know Christ? Emotionally, how are they, you know, are they able to voice out? Are they confident? Are they timid? So you need to look at each child holistically. You need to look at them and know whether you are really doing something right. You look at the future, how does the future look? Sometimes we have fear of the unknown because you think, okay, you have 4 children. What if something happens to you? what will become of these children? So every time, all that you are doing is doing one investment in terms of financial investment, one treasury bill to the other. So you are not really enjoying the moment. You know, when you see something and you even love to buy it for yourself, you look at, hey, this person doesn't have shoe, this one doesn't have this. And taking 4 kids to school at the same time, you are paying this in this Ghana where we are. The least you can get for a medium average school, it's like you're paying 1,500, 2,000. So 4 kids in a term, you are paying 8,000. It's not a joke. 8,000 is somebody's whole investment for the year, or somebody's retirement package, and you're paying that in 3 months. Coupled with other expenditures, you know, snack has not even come in, lunch, they go to school, so it's expensive. Having children is expensive, but the interesting thing is God provides. He makes a way when we don't expect. When we least expect, He always provides. No matter how difficult it is. It gets tough. It gets tough emotionally. It drains you. Now, when I had 1, 2, I didn't really feel I had like my, you know. But when I had 3, oh, it was 5. But the 4th one, my friends who know me, they can testify that I don't have time. I try to squeeze, you know, time for other things. That one, even when I am there, my mind is still at home, because I'll feel, I'm being lousy. I'm not a responsible mom. So whilst chilling, I'm still thinking, what are they doing in the house? What is happening? Who is doing something bad to them? I'm just thinking, yeah. As I sit here, I am thinking. Okay, so I think that with my little experience with them, I realize when they do something and you actually think that they are young, so don't discipline them, it will come back to haunt you. Oh, everything, radio sa onye. You start doing that. It gets to a point, they grow horns. So when you are disciplined, it doesn't work. It happened with the first and the second. I thought they are just little. When they grow, they will change, or it's going to get better. But I realized that if I wasn't careful, they would have override me, you know. So for the 3rd one, when he does something, he is 2 years. When he does something and you tell him, hey, Aiden, stop. He knows what he's doing. And his mood change. When he's doing something and he sees you coming, he knows that what he's doing is bad. So he's able to stop. But if you don't stop them, that's what happened. You think that, they are not grown, they are not mature, they will change. Now it gets to a point you are speaking to the child is looking at you, but he's not minding you because they have grown horns. Yeah, so I wish I knew that having children comes with costs. I wish I knew that I hadn't prepped myself. I wish I knew that having children will make your body will change. You will not be the same person. Your strength would, you're not going to have the same strength like you were when you hadn't given birth. Yes, I wish I had a lot of, tutorials on becoming a mother, how to prepare yourself for motherhood. Some people get married and they know that, they are actually expecting to have, to conceive. I don't know why, like I said, I never thought about it. I never thought I was going to even get pregnant, let alone talk of motherhood. So I said, that kind of thing. So I wasn't really, really prepared. So I wish I had, some tutorials on, becoming a mother and how pregnancy the whole pregnancy process, and how being a mother, being a wife can affect your career path. Yeah. Okay, so I think COVID has affected them and my home. They have put on weight. Now they don't go out. They don't go outside to play. So they are just in the house and not, really active. The extracurricular activities they were doing, they are no more doing it. COVID, because they are home, they are eating. I mean, they are eating. You buy the food, and when they were not going to school, somebody will just look at you at 9 p.m. Mommy, my snack. I haven't taken my snack. So they are eating unnecessarily. And it has really raised the cost of, living in the house. Electricity, utility bills have gone up. They are in the house. You are buying data because they have to do WhatsApp, Zoom meetings. I mean, lectures now move to Zoom because of the school, plan to still continue with academic work. So the cost of data increased, utility bill, you buy water. Okay, so government gave us some free, but the electricity, because they are in the house, this fan, you go to this room, the fan is on, you come to the hall, the fan is on, this one is in the room. Mommy, I'm feeling hot. So this one, I'm feeling sleepy. And so the cost of living really shot up. And we're not going anywhere, so they put on weight. Yeah. So what I saw some parents do is to favoritism, making these kids know that I like this one, I don't like you. It's something I really am so, because if you're a victim of that, you would want to really be careful so you don't also repeat that mistake. We all have preferences in everything. I mean, it's not like the love you have for them is equal. But based on certain situation, you may toe on the line of one or two of them. But I have to be, it's intentional. You need to be intentional about it. So you don't love child A more than child B. And if kids get to know that, oh, mommy likes this one more than me, that is where the sibling rivalry, starts. I also saw, that kind of eating together, that from one bowl. It's something it brings togetherness. So at least, even if we are not eating together because one will go to school or work, we are not coming at the same time, at least in a week, we should have a meal together. We should have family time. We call it family time, where we come and sit. I mean, although they are young, I sometimes gather them and I'll tell them we have a meeting just to listen to them talk. So, mommy, you said we have a meeting, but you are not ready. Then they'll come and call me because I had already told them. So, mommy, what is the meeting all about? They can ask you questions and you'll be amazed. So, those are some of the things I learned, and prayer. Bringing them together. We hold hands in the morning, we pray. And I think it's something before they go to school, we pray together. Even though the prayers that they'll pray, you will look at it and, hey, the kind of prayer we are praying that God give us, mommy, God, give my mother money so that he will buy me parachute. Prayer to go and sleep to, parachute has come in. So that the devil can. It's amazing. It's amazing. But those are some of the things we learned, which I think from our predecessors. So it has really helped us to shape motherhood. So I think it's fine. So the rewarding things about being a mother is the kids, they are so emotional. They are also emotional beings. Sometimes I'll be lying down, then they'll come. This person will come. Mommy, is your leg paining you? Let me massage it for you. Then this one is massaging my leg. This one is massaging my back. And they are so caring. This one will go and bring me water. I'll go to work and I come. My daughter will be like, Mommy, have you eaten? There is food. Should I serve you? Oh my. You feel so love. I mean, like, they are all over you. You come in, they are coming to hug you. Mommy, you're welcome. Everybody wants to hug you. They want your attention. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful moment. For me, it's a beautiful moment. I enjoy with them. I enjoy their crying. When I see them crying, then I also pretend I'm crying. And it works. Then they'll stop crying. It's such a beautiful moment. If I had to start afresh again, I would have taken my time. If it was within my power, I would have taken my time to learn about motherhood, because I don't think, I don't know, but I didn't see myself as a mother. I still couldn't come into terms with the fact that I am a mother. So I would have taken time to prepare myself. I would have taken time to shop, buy stuff, stuff ahead. I would have taken time to save a lot more, so that, if there is money, you don't really think about a lot of things. You can hire people to do things for you because there is money. But if you don't have the resources, it really adds extra stress on you. The Bible says money answers all things. Once there is money, you can have this person do this person do this, at least just to bring that extra burden off your shoulder. So my final words to people who don't have children, I just want to tell them that Jesus is still in the miracle business. And once you put your trust in him, when you least expect, we should stop, moving from prayer camp to the other. You can pray and trust God, and he will do it. Sow a seed into any child's life. If you want to be blessed with a child, there are a lot of kids out there. I think for me, soul seeing is one of the things that has really, really opened avenues for me. I can't have all this just on a silver platter, but I think that let's invest into other people's children so that God will see our heart and bless us. For new parents or incoming moms, just enjoy every phase, because you know what? Very soon they will not be children again, and that stage will pass. Now they are making your home dirty. You and your husband, you are always ranting on these little ones. Very soon, sooner or later, they will not be toddlers. They will be adults. Now you'll be looking for them to even have a chat with them. Mommy, I am busy. So enjoy the moment. It's a season, and know that that season will pass. Expectant mothers, you should really take your appointment seriously. You should also try to not listen to the bad stories of, pregnancy and delivery, but always look at brighter stories. Because I believe that once you are fed with negative stories, it affects you. It gives you negative energy, and it goes a long way to affect you. Parenthood, motherhood, being pregnant, it's exciting. You wouldn't know until you finally come to terms with the fact that you have been blessed. We don't know how much we have been blessed. It's such a blessing to be a mother.